Debugging is one of the most crucial skills to ensure delivery of quality apps and services. In this video, I want to provide you an overview of the various methods and techniques to debug your MeteorJS apps without using console.log. This will boost your debugging productivity in no time. My name is Jan Küster and I'm a MeteorJS community ambassador promoting MeteorJS as a platform and community. Have fun and let's get started. Why should you avoid using console? First of all, you have to place many console.log statements in your code, guessing where the issue could arise. Additional context can only be gathered by placing more console.logs. If you miss to remove them before deployment, your production apps may reveal sensitive data to your standard out and thus to your server logs. And the overall process is very time consuming to detect bugs compared to dedicated tools. There are so many better options in MeteorJS which I'd like to present to you today. On the client, you can use browser-specific tools like the browser debugger or the browser extension named Meteor DevTools Evolved. There are also Meteor core packages like autoupdate and insecure or the lesser-known shell server package. On the server, you can use the native debugging protocol of node.js to inspect your application's server-side code. And if you intend to develop or understand MeteorJS itself as a tool, there is also an option for debugging it. And now, let's take a deeper look at these tools. Number 1. The browser debugger. The browser debugger is the most straightforward tool anyone can use immediately. Simply place the debugger statement in your client-side code and open your app in the browser with the developer tools being open. Your browser will detect the debugger statement automatically and opens the debugging panel. From there you can step through the client execution, set breakpoints, step into function calls, inspect objects and properties, or review the call stack. This will help you to detect issues in your code's execution flow and logic. Note that MeteorJS supports many front ends, and they often come with their own developer tools. For example, React offers a browser extension named React Developer Tools that will support you with a tree view of your React components, including their props and hooks. Links in the description. Number 2. DevTools Evolved. This browser extension may be the most helpful tool for many debugging tasks around the Meteor server-client communication and data exchange. It monitors the entire DDP traffic between client and server and allows to review the full protocol stack live. Furthermore, it shows the content of your client-side Mongo collections during and after synchronization. Use this when you have issues in subscribing to publications or calling Meteor methods. It is developed by years-long MeteorJS community member and now core developer Leonardo Venturini and is available for Chrome and Firefox. The source code is available on GitHub, links in the description. Number 3. Autoupdate and insecure. These Meteor core packages open all vaults of data to flow between server and client, circumventing all permission checks. The auto-update package sends all available data to your client, filling all client-side Mongo collections with documents of the latest available server build. The insecure package enables to update the server-side database collections by calling the methods directly from the client. These packages are rather supportive to debugging as they can speed up things or help to find issues with subscriptions and method calls. Beware though of using them in production. They will leave your app vulnerable to anyone, so make sure they are not in your packages list when deploying. Number 4. Shell server. This is a highly underrated core package. Sometimes you want to immediately call a specific method on the server to start debugging from exactly that point, and which would otherwise require a complex and time-intensive procedure with potential side effects when clicking through the client. With Shell Server, you can run a full-scale REPL that integrates the whole Node and Meteor environment. Simply make sure the Shell Server package is part of your project and open a new terminal in the application's root directory. There, you can enter Meteor Shell in the command line and activate the REPL. You can now import modules from your codebase and work on their code independent from the rest of your app. One more advantage, you can keep your code base clean because you don't need to place any statement like debug or console.log. Number 5. Debugging using the node inspector. Meteor can run apps with 2 debug flags. The first is --inspect and the other one is --inspect -brk, which means inspect break. This allows to hook into the runtime using the node inspector protocol and use the Chrome DevTools on the server as you would do when debugging your client code in the browser. It also works with VS Code, the node.js command line debugger, and any other debugging client that supports the debugging protocol. --inspect is most useful if you want to profile your applications, take memory snapshots, or review the call stack. --inspect break in turn allows to set breakpoints using the debugger statement on the server and manually navigate through the server-side code step by step, which is the most detailed way of debugging and finding root causes of your app's issues. If you did this once, you will never come back to the using console as a tool for debugging. Number 6. The build tool debugger. The previously mentioned inspect flag works only for the runtime of your Meteor application. However, if you intend to develop the Meteor tool and Meteor as a platform itself, then you might need to run the dev environment with the tool node flags equals inspect break as environment variable. This is for those who want to find and fix bugs in the Meteor codebase and want to find issues, for example, during the build process. This is also explained in the MeteorJS development guide, links in the description. Summary. As you can see, there are much better options for debugging your MeteorJS apps than using the console statements. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new today. If you did, then consider to leave a like or a comment and subscribe to our channel for more tutorials and info on MeteorJS and the community. Thank you and happy coding!